Wow. Talk about bushwhacking. Good morning, people. Welcome back. Welcome back to day 3 of our hot-footed weekend to Powys in Wales. So today we're on our way home after getting drenched yesterday, but we want to make the most of the weekend, so we thought we'd do a short walk this morning. So we parked a couple of miles down from the Dragon's Back car park, and we are on the way up to Pen Tir, T-I-R, not sure how you pronounce it. It's only about 420 odd metres, but we parked in the layby, found the path, and it's one of those paths that obviously is almost never used. So we've just spent 54 minutes bushwhacking, and you would have seen some of that in the brief opener. Watch me step here. 54 minutes doing 1 mile, because there was a bit of a landslide there, and some of it was so overgrown it was above head height. We were on our hands and knees, we were brushing through stuff, walking through tunnels, getting caught up, lost the path umpteen times because it is almost non-existent, the path. But we've now made it onto a path. There are blue skies up there and hills in the background. Dragon's Back is over there. So we were going to make today's loop a bit longer than it was going to be, but because we've lost an hour just to do 1 mile, we're just going to do a quick up to the summit and back down again. But it's been an interesting weekend. First day of the Dragon's Back, sunny and windy. Yesterday, doing the Offer Trail, Dyke Offer Path, absolute torrential rain, almost all day in the clag, and no visibility and strong winds. And today, sun and patchy cloud. And I don't know about the wind actually until we get to the top, but you'll see that later on. Decided not to put any waterproof trousers on today because of bushwhacking and coming through all of that bracken and vegetation. I'm now wetter than yesterday, but I'm going home in a few hours, so it doesn't matter. So I shall bring you back when there's something else to see. Gee, oh, I feel like I'm in the Amazon. Okay. I said I need a machete. I feel like I'm in the Amazon.
Sometimes it's like a jungle, it makes you keep wandering.
Yeah, name that tune. Okay, so after bushwhacking, I don't know if you can see, we're now in a muddy path. As usual, the camera doesn't give the incline its justice, but it's quite muddy and slippery. So, well, at least we're on a path that we're able to follow, and this should take us all the way up to the top. Always make a rule of turning back from where you've come from, because often some of the best views are behind you rather than just looking forward or to the sides. Lovely. Isn't that typical? almost get to the top, and the clag's coming in, and then so's the rain after all of that. But I'll show you the views before it comes in so bad. Not sure what that stones are, whether that's part of a house, no roof, or a marker of some description. Oh, out in the open now. So we've come up that hill and it's just a relatively slow incline. We've opened up into lower Bracken, where we've just spent, since we started, either waist or head height in Bracken, and a little bit bushwhacking, as I've already said. So I'll put the route, the view range route, in the description below. But warning to anyone that does this, if you're going to follow that route, that first mile is very difficult and challenging, and it might not be for everybody. You might be better off going a bit further down, because I think further down, about a mile or so, is a more accessible path that you can go up. Yeah, and I'll also be doing a serious tick check when I get home after walking through this. Don't know if you can see that. Mum and her young foal. Could be in for a bit of a harsh winter up here, standing over her, protecting her. Oh, that's the summit, and there are the views. Sun's come out again. It's windy, apologies for that, so make the most of it. You can see the clag in the top there going over, and the mist coming down. So we lost the path again. We've now found the path. Well, we did find the path, and now we've lost it again. It's certainly one of those unused. It's obviously a not such a popular summit to come to. It's only 420 meters, but if you are coming, it'd be an adventure. It's good fun. So that's the top, and then we've, I think, come down, and then we're going over to that small tarn or body of water, and then trying to find a way down. But I have to say, for a short morning's walk, it's actually been quite a challenge, more of a challenge than some of the previous 2 days. And you know, navigation is always important. You know, we always carry map, compass each, and I've got view range as well. And actually I've also brought my GPS device because I knew the weather was going to be bad, so just in case anything went wrong with my map, compass and view ranger, I've got my GPS device as well, so I'm more than prepared. But it's been quite interesting and challenging this morning, trying to find a way through. It's been quite an adventure for such a small peak, but it's another one ticked off the list. And just over there, if I can point this out, there, that is the Dragon's Back, I believe, where we went up on the first day, and round the top and then over the other side. Okay, so we lost the path again. Although we're on a path, it's actually finding the path that takes us down. It's we're not very clear up here, but we have found another, I don't know, are they called tarns in Wales? Looks a lot clearer than the other one.
Let's go for a little walk. Waddy waddy.
Okay, so we couldn't find the path down. It's just so overgrown, so many overgrown paths there, it's just impossible to find the way down. So we're actually going to go back down the way we came, and then rather than do the bushwhacking part, take that other path that I was telling you about that goes down onto the road. It does mean a bit of iffy road walking, but time's getting on and we have a long drive home, so we've done what we set out to achieve. We've got to the top, and we're going to call it a day and make our way back. Off back to Mum. More bushwhacking. Times like these that you're grateful for hiking poles. So you've seen the path that we've just come down. We ended up bushwhacking and coming out through there, but if you carry on down and go through the gate that you just saw in the last clip, then that would take you out to the road. And I suggest that if you're following my view ranger route, that you come up that way, don't go the way that we come up the way that we've come down to get to the top. Otherwise you're in for an interesting mile of bushwhacking. So that's the path. You're better off coming down this road and then taking that gate up, but as you can see there's some works going on, so it's extremely slippy and muddy. Once you get past that digger, it goes onto the rocks, the rock path, so it's okay, but just that first bit, I'm not sure what they're doing, but it is a bit treacherous, so just be careful. And I am now caked in mud. So when you walk along the road, you'll get to a very secluded path, and I'll show you a brief clip of the path now because it's easily missed. You come up through some small bit of woods and then across the farmer's field through to the house that's through there, and you walk through the house, and then as you cross this road, that sign tells you to go up, but that is the bushwhacking mile that you have to do, so don't do that. Follow that road until you get to that new gate where the digger was, and go up there instead if you want to do this route. So before we get to the road, I think I'm going to end it there, call it a day, and say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that short but adventurous morning's hike, and I hope if you've watched the either 1 or 2 videos, depending on what we do with it after editing, for our hot-footed weekend in Wales, hope you enjoyed those as well, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.